Today we're going to look at creating an audio track. I've never done this kind of video before, it should be fun. We're going to look at layering your audio, how a track is really built, so just from straight up guitar to adding the bass, adding other instruments, and also kind of spreading it out so that it sounds full, instead of just muddy and everything sounds the same. So yeah, let's just get to it, shall we? All right, welcome to my computer screen. I recorded this song yesterday and wrote it yesterday. It's based off a song by the Black Keys called She's Gone or Long Gone. And what I wanted to do was kind of follow that sound and see how well I could recreate what they were doing. So we started off with just a single guitar that plays rhythm all the way through. You can hear it here. So the rhythm guitar in the chorus sounds a little bit different than the rhythm guitar in the verse, which is here. And what I've done actually is I've recorded two of the same tracks. I recorded them at the same time. One is a dry track with no effects on it, and then I have one that has effects already on it. So this means here we got guitar 1, FX, and then 4C is the name of the effect that I'm using from my pedal. So if I want it again in the future, I can just dial up 4C and record the same sound. For this one, I'm using a Telecaster, which is a type of guitar. So I'm using Telecaster for this guitar, and you can have a listen to the difference here if you want. Let's have a look. So this is the one with the effects. And then this is what it sounds like without effects. Hardly even there, But I've added some effect to this to beef it up. And then when you listen to them together, it sounds like this. Alright, so that's kind of how I basically built this track. You can see here there's little notches that stick into the track, and that means what I've actually done is I've created a loop. So I made just this little chunk here. I played it. Oops. So if we listen to it. And then when it gets to the end, it'll play it again. And that's kind of what these little notches mean. So I didn't have to sit here and play 3 minutes through perfectly. I could just use chunks and copy paste and stuff like that. That's how I like to roll. All right, so that's your first guitar, and then I've got a lot of different guitars going on here. This is my guitar solo at the end, all of this, which I'll get to in a second. It's kind of fun. But first we'll look at the second guitar, which is the one that comes in after the first one, just to give it a bit more fullness. So if we listen from the first one, the second one kicks in here. All right, so that's how you kind of build that. And then what do we have next? This is my vocal. I like to do the vocal as late as possible so I can really really express myself more. Because if I'm doing vocal to just this here, if I sing to that, it would be fine. But if I sung to this, it's easier to sing to. It's more fun to sing to. You really feel in the bass and the drums and everything. Talking about bass, this is just about where the bass comes in, right before the chorus, to give a bit of a lead-in, anticipation. You know it's going to get bigger, and you're just kind of waiting for it to happen. So we can listen to it right here. Don't need that one. Here comes the bass. Hear that? Boom. I like doing that. And then, so this is with the bass on, and then without the bass. It's just like that. Not so full. Add the bass. Yeah. Make it dirty. All right. We've also got another guitar, which is just a little bit of fun. I added it quite late. GRFX. I don't know I can't remember what the R stood for. I kind of make this stuff up as I go, but try and keep it similar across projects. Yeah, I don't know what the R means, but this is the third guitar that you hear pop up in the beginning. It's like that. Yeah, so just little bits, you know. Songs are made of little bits all stuck together that sound kind of cool. The original version of not the original, the Black Keys version of the song uses a tambourine, and I just happen to have a tambourine because I'm a gangster like that. And I figured, hey, if they can use it, I can use it. I've used it in other tracks as well, but it kind of worked quite well in this one. And actually, when I was recording it, I wasn't really playing it on click, on a rhythm. I was, but not good enough. So what I've done here is I can actually cut up a soundtrack just by pressing S. I can go like this, make a cut, and then I can move this around. And we see here these lines are where the rhythm is. So I can line it up exactly on the rhythm and make it really tight. So that's how that bit works. Let's see what else we got here. Close this down, if I can work it out. Whoop. Want that thing to go smaller. Anyway, all right. So the way this track is built up is we got guitar one, we bring in a bit of tambourine, and then we start playing guitar two, and we got this extra guitar just for a little bit of a cheeky fun mixed in there. The thing when you're building a song and you're writing a song, what you want to do is not go directly to the chorus. You can't, you shouldn't start a song like this with all the singing. It's not good form, you know. Why is this all locked off? Yeah, so you don't want to start it like that. You want to, because it's all solid. Because it can't go anywhere. So if it's already there, they're like, why are they going to listen to the next 2 minutes? Because you've already heard this epic bit, you know. So you got to start it off kind of light, as we do here. Panned over to one side with a little bit in the other ear. So now we're filling it up. It's getting full. But we still don't have a bass in here yet. We do have some drums. bring it back down. So we got dynamic. We have a dynamic in here, so we're not playing the second guitar all the way through. We are cutting it off, bringing it back to just one guitar and some drums. That's really all that's happening in here, with a little bit of tambourine. Not prepared. See your body, see your hair. You know, and then build it up for the chorus, obviously, because the chorus is the bit that everyone goes nuts for. And that's what we've done here. We've got this little bit right before the chorus starts. We got the bass. And then when you bring them all together, you get that kind of full sound. But what we're doing here actually is this chorus here is not as full as this chorus, because I still like it to grow. What we can see as well is I have this, I think this guitar does it. Let's have a look. All right, so this guitar, it comes in part way through the chorus. So this is the chorus. This is how long it takes for the chorus to play. And you can see that right here, this is where the chorus starts, but this guitar comes in a bit later. So it adds a little bit of extra element so that the song is continuously growing. All right, so here you hear nothing. The chorus is playing, but this guitar, we've just soloed it, nothing. And then it starts light, not so heavy. A little bit of palm muting, less palm muting, and then heavy. So that's what happens with this guitar in the chorus. And when you're listening to it all together, you might not really, you're not listening out for it. You don't really hear it individually, but as an entire package, it's lovely. Don't know where to stay. A bit heavier. Don't know where she's heavier. I should have made her mine when I saw her that day. And then after the chorus, you want to bring it back down. You want to keep energy going, but you don't want to have it filled up with all these different guitars. You want to keep it basic. Right here. You just got drums and guitar and bass. All right, no secondary guitar, no third guitar, just kind of simple. And then we got the vocal again. God of me, just can't believe, but I would let her talk to me and just get deceived. And then we go up to chorus with a little bit of a build first. But this chorus, you see, just goes straight in. Whoa. Just goes straight into the guitar. The third guitar starts heavy, as opposed to starting in a little bit and softer. You know? Because now, when we're here, this is the last time we get to the chorus, so we gotta kick it so hard that, you know, people's clothes just ignite, everyone's naked, and you just have to embrace it. That's the kind of a feeling that we're going for here. All right, and then we got, of course, this little chunk of guitar. Right before the chorus, so we get this full... Don't know also what we've done here is on the vocal, we've put a little bit of an O before we get to the chorus. If you listen to the vocal here. Oh, she went away. Oh, she went away. But here we don't do it. She went away. Because they don't know what's going to happen yet. We've got enough build-up with the secondary guitar and the bass, or the whatever the heck this is. There's so many guitars in this. We've got enough build-up that we don't need the O. But people enjoyed that last chorus, so you have to give it to them again. But now when we do the O, they know it's coming. Oh, she went away. Don't know where she's at. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then at the end, we just, usually I don't do this in songs, just have super long guitar solo, but I heard the Black Keys doing it, so I figured I'd give it a shot too. As I heard that day. So yeah, that guitar solo just goes nuts, and I like to write things as fast as possible and just get it done, you know. And the way that I like to do that is to come up with a guitar solo super quick, and my guitar ability is probably not the best it could be. I like to play more kind of chords and rhythms than solos, just because I'm not really that good at soloing. But I like to give it a shot. So, how do you write a guitar solo if you don't even know how to play guitar? Well, you do it like this. Right here we've got Vox solo. So Vox is vocal. I don't know why it's VOX, but I heard it somewhere and I thought it was kind of fun, so now I just write VOX for vocals too. And let's have a listen to this song. Instead of a guitar solo, we'll turn these off. We'll have a vocal solo, all right? This is what it sounds like when I'm writing the song. All right, we gotta turn this up a little bit. So we can hear what's going on. All right, here we go. You know that guy Andy from The Office? This is I have to take in his soul when I am kind of putting this together. And it's off sometimes, but you know, you just got to keep going until it's finished, because maybe at the end of that solo you got something real sick. So what I've done is I've kind of chopped up how I am putting the solo together, right? So if we just listen to this bit. Right, so I'd take that, and then I'm like, all right, now I got to figure out how to play this on guitar, and then it sounds something like this. You know? Hey. And then you just stick them all together, and you got a crazy guitar solo. So that's kind of how I put songs together. I hope you enjoyed this look into how I like to rock and roll. We've got drums as well. Drums I always find difficult, but I actually thought I did quite well on this. I'm using Addictive Drums, which is a VST plugin that you can use, and I actually recorded the drums on my keyboard, not my computer keyboard, but my musical kind of MIDI keyboard, and we can have a look here. Let's see where it's all at. 1 second. Hey, it should work. I don't know why we can't see it. I'm so horrible with drums. There we are. There's the drums. So if we want just drums, let's have a look here, solo. The black keys, we're using toms, which are these ones. They're using those kind of drums in their verses and choruses. So I figured, give it a shot. Usually I'm more of a, what do you call it? A kick and a hi-hat and a snare kind of guy. But hey, I'm trying to get into that black keys feeling, and this is how I did it. So I kind of recorded it, and then I needed to add bits. So if I wanted to add one of those in the middle, I can just draw it, and I can move it around to the place I want it to be. Yeah, I'm like, that was good, maybe we should do it earlier. And that's kind of how you build drums. You kind of work it out and hope for the best. That's kind of how I like to roll. And that's how this song was created. So pop back over onto the other video and listen to it again, and now enjoy it with your full knowledge and experience. And when you hear someone else listening to the song, you can tell them everything that I just told you, and they're like, yo, you some kind of rock god superstar? And you can say, yep. All right, see you guys later.